Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here we go. 180. 8.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Bang, 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 bang. Great. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike, 54.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen. Right there. 54, right there. 54. 21. Here we go. 54's Mike. 13. Hey, we got to get this stop here, Dean.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You can't block me.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Yo.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again.
My, oh, my. They've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
If they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Newton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down.
Gain of 15. First down, Panthers.
Ready? Mike 5-4. Ready? 2, 25. Check 22. Check. Ready?
Newton on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Right there. 54, right there, right 65, 65. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. 11. Mike 5'9". Oh, yeah, punt.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 17-yard line.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch. It's a 6. Check, check, check.
Here's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On first down, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Panthers 14, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Right here. We got to step it up. Check. 21. 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Clock. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
20.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
They fake the give. Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check 9, check 9.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Bandit. Bandit.
Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That one good for 33 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. 12, 12.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Garoppolo again. Gets this one to use check. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
At the 31-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Army. 21.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into the.
He has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Panther first down.
Mike, ready? That's it, ready? Here we go. 36. Gun. Check nickel. Whip.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tighten up. Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
20. Check three. 8. 54.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 39.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
On first down, here's Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 41, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 65.
Garoppolo now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that?
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to
me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Hey, alert! 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 21.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On second down, a run with Breida. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they? It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
12, fellas, here we go.
19,
Bravo.
We got to get the
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He's checking.
Gun.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. There's Newton. The quick slant caught. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards. And the 49er first down.
Here we go.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Walk.
2.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
49er first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
59. Here we go. Hatchet.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll try to run with Breida, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 45 on second down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Ready? 180.
Right there. 56. Hey, pick your game up.
20.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Hey, watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.